But you ask people, what are your needs?
Yes, but notice, I didn't ask them, I didn't say, what are you needing? I guessed. That's what you do with these ears, you see. And that gets people in touch with it. So I'm focusing their attention here. See, with these ears on, I'm too smart to ever hear anything that comes out of a jackal's head. Incidentally, if you can learn not to hear what a jackal thinks, you'll live long. What does it do to us every time we hear somebody say, that was a stupid thing for you to do?
Takes a little piece of us away.
It takes a piece of us away. And if I say to myself when I make an error, that was a stupid thing to do. So there's a lot of studies coming out lately to show just what effect jackal ears have on our heart. Terrible. Those are not natural feelings. Those are punitive feelings. You see. So, now this person doesn't know what his needs are. He's never been taught to think of his needs. He's been taught to judge people. So, but I know that at the root of those judgments is a need. I know that, and it's not hard to guess these once you practice, because all human beings have the same needs. So even though I'm in Africa, northern Nigeria, quite different cultural background, I have the same needs. So what needs of mine would I be expressing if I was judging somebody as a murderer? So I practice that, so I have a guess about what the need might be. And in that way I help the person to find it. But if I just say, what are you needing? I'm not likely to get there as quickly as if I help the person by guessing.
And how do you frame the question to them?
Are you feeling and needing? Are you feeling scared?
How do you get it going? What do you first say to them?
Well, the very first thing I say is I say to them, I'd like to explain my role. My role today is going to be, I'm going to translate every jackal statement into giraffe and pull jackals by the ears until they hear the other person. But I clean that up a bit. I don't use jargon. So instead of saying I'm going to translate jackal into giraffe, I say my role today as a mediator will be if I hear you expressing something that I think is going to get in the way of you getting your needs met. I'll reformulate it, but I'm not going to distort your message. I'll always check with you to make sure that what I'm translating you feel is the better representation of what you want to say. So I explain ahead of time that that's my role. I'm a translator of messages about needs that I think are not likely to get through. And then I say my other role will be to make sure the message sent is message received. So I'll do my best to make sure that we are hearing what the other side is saying. So those are my two roles. So that was the first thing I said. I skipped that in my story. So now, the very first question I've said is now, I really believe that if we can keep our conversation at the level of feelings, needs, and requests, I'm confident we can resolve this to everybody's satisfaction. So to get started with that, I would like either side who wants to start to tell me what your needs are, what your feelings are, what needs are not getting met, and how do you feel about that. Let's start with that. Begin. Even though, as I say, if people are inviting me to mediate, I can almost guarantee they don't know how to answer those questions. The first thing I'm going to hear is judgment.